Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So in today's install video, we're sitting in my 4th gen Toyota Tacoma. We will be installing a really unique part that does not come factory from Toyota. So laid out, I have this head-up display unit that I will be installing. I'll have a link down in the description below where you can pick this up for the Tacoma and the 4Runner as well. To start on this head-up display, it will be over on the driver's side, of course. We're going to utilize this factory speaker housing. And the kit does come with some of these trim removal tools if you don't have some already, which is very nice to see. So you can easily pop these tabs out and remove this cover. From there, you will notice there are 2 bolts holding in the speaker. They are a 10mm, and I can't fit a socket in there, so I will be using this wrench in order to do that. If you have some smaller tools, that might be helpful as well. But I will just go through and loosen both of these. And with both of those screws removed, we can easily lift this up. Do not disconnect this. We'll just have it out of the way because now we can feed the wires from the head-up display down through the back of the dash, and this will be connecting to your OBDII port. So this is the new one with the head-up display versus the factory speaker housing. And so it's going to look fairly factory, which I think is nice. And since I'm not sure what the back side of this looks like, we'll just start feeding this through, and hopefully I will be able to see something poke out on the bottom. So I'm going to put in as much in as I can, and they'll go up underneath and see where it comes down. It's going to be a little bit hard to see, of course, because there's not a lot of light, but on this driver's side, right above the dead pedal, I can stick my hand all the way up here and actually feel the cable that I pushed through. So it's actually that easy. So this is that cable with the new connection. So I'm going to keep most of it tucked up here, away from the brake pedal, of course, so that way some of the access I can even put behind this kick plate too, and just have that nice and out of the way. And now with those bolts tightened up, I can take the remaining cable from this cover, and this is going to be a direct fitment compared to the factory one. You just got to get it up underneath the speaker on the A-pillar there, and this is going to be our head-up display. We do have a few controls that I will go over once we finish the install, because now we can go up underneath, and this is our connection to the OBDII. So this is how it is going to get power, simply plugging it into here and then attaching this together. Now, since we have all of this, I think I'm just going to hide it in the back side of this kick panel here, and then of course just get out what I need for it. And that way it looks nice and clean, and it'll be tucked up nicely up underneath. And before we can test the head-up display, we do have to clean the glass because we need to put a protective film on the inside of the glass in order for the head-up display unit to work. So instead of just spraying the windshield, I'm just going to put a little bit on a rag here and clean just above it here, just to make sure we have a clean area to adhere that adhesive to. And in order to read up the head-up display, we have this clear piece of film here. The kit comes with 2, and there are 2 instructions to follow with this. This is how we will be able to see the head-up display reflecting off the windshield. So you'll peel side 1 off first. This is going to stick to the glass. Once it's on the glass, then you can stick off or peel off side number 2. So that way you don't have any fingerprints on either side. So let's start with side number 1. And with that layer peeled off, I went ahead and turned on the electronics. So that way we can actually see where the head-up display is being projected, and then we can line up where we need to put this film. So I'm going to try to cover it as best I can, and that way we are able to easily see it. So if I'm up here, obviously that's too high, and I'm going to center it as best as I can, being able to view it just like that. The kit also comes with a squeegee. That way it makes it easier to get some of these bubbles out, since it is a little bit of a hard spot to get your entire hand. And once I use the squeegee to get all of the bubbles out, I can peel off this last protective layer. So from the driver's seat here, hopefully you can see miles per hour is currently being shown on the head-up display. Now this comes with all the instructions that you need to go through in order to familiarize yourself with all the different functions. There's going to be a lot of different symbols on this that will pop up as needed. So for example, turn signal. I put my left turn signal, you'll notice the left indicator. Obviously we have the right too. If you open your door, it will show that one of the vehicle doors is currently open. For this truck as well, it will also show if the tailgate is open as well. You have an overspeed reminder, so you can set different parameters within this system too by going to the back here, where there's also the overspeed alarm. So let's say you want to set a speed of 70 miles an hour. If you go over that, it will start to alarm and let you know that you have exceeded that speed limit indication. There's also some voice prompters. You have a handbrake, which I have the electronic e-brake at the moment. If we activate that, you'll notice that red indicator light up for that e-brake. You have some high temperature warnings, different fuel consumption warnings as well, very similar to what you would see on your gauge cluster. Now for the rest of this, we have 3 controls that we can go through. There's the minus, okay, and then positive on the right. If you push on the positive paddle, you can toggle between 7 different screens here, depending on what you'd like to see. Kilometers per hour, miles per hour, there's outside temperature, various information like that. And then you can also hold on the OK control for a few seconds. And this is how you can get into all of those parameters. So if you follow the instructions here, we're on 0 at the moment, which is a reset. If we go to 1, we can adjust the brightness. 2 is going to be the fuel consumption correction. So that way you can get that synced in with your vehicle. There's the rotating speed alarm for your RPM, the overspeed fuel consumption calculator, and then sound switches too. So you can just toggle between these by hitting OK. And you'll notice we're on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. You'll use plus and minus to configure those parameters using the instructions there as needed. And then for the reduce key or the negative, you can push on that for the speed bar to display. And then you can also clear fault codes as well using this minus control here. So you have quite a lot that you can go through just depending on what you need to see and the parameters you would like to set up for your type of driving. If you push on OK again, for a period of time, we are back to this setting here, and we can go through some of those vitals as well. So pretty neat to see. Toyota does not have many head-up displays on their models. So this is neat for the Tacoma and the 4Runner. If you are looking for a head-up display, you don't want to look down at the gauge cluster, you have a little bit of information, and it gives it a really nice clean design utilizing that factory speaker housing. So that is going to wrap it up for today's installation. If you enjoyed today's video, give it a huge thumbs up. Check out the link down in the description below where you can purchase this along with several other products for the Tacoma and the 4Runner, and consider smashing that subscribe button. I will see you all in the next video.